Today, we're going to go out in the woods, probably going to have a few fights, have some adventure, probably make a couple of tyrants mad along the way. Up next. What is up, everyone? This is Everything Board Games, and I'm your host for today, Paul, the Techno Funk Boy. We're taking a look at a game novel today. This is the first in the Defender series called Throne of the Bandit Lord by Derick Dalton. This is a book that is set up as a novel, but with very much a gamified aspect to it, much in line with the choose your own adventures, but certainly updated for dice and a little bit of role playing along the way. I've taken a look at a few of these. This was actually a genre I knew very little about before kind of getting into in reviewing them, but I've been really impressed with the genre as a whole. And in this book, we have a couple of things that I think really stand out that I've really enjoyed. First of all, the basics. If you're unfamiliar with the style, this is, there's something happens and you choose your path. Now, sometimes it's going to be simply just choosing it. Sometimes that's going to involve a roll, especially when it comes in with combat, that you are going to roll these things out with dice to see how you fare. This particular book follows a spear wielding adventurer named Miri Oliva. And one of the things that is distinct about it is that this is written not in the style that I normally see, which is, you go up to the you go up to this house and you are the one in the adventure. But this, as a novel style, this is written that Miri is the one doing these things. Now, this sounds like almost a distinction without a difference, except that it really does, in a practical way, pull this book into more, as I'm reading it, into more of the novel genre that I'm appreciating a good story, and not simply there trying to beat it. It's a little bit of a psychological difference, but one that I like. and so I found myself in this case really being drawn in by the story, by the characters encountered. They are they're well grounded. They're nicely fleshed out. This world feels really good to me, and so I really enjoyed that aspect of it. The rolling mechanics in this book is actually going to send us in a lot of different directions, and not simply just succeed, fail, but we're often going to see basically three levels of failure, success, and excelled at something. But also in combat, it's what happens. Not when we're hitting 0 on the hit points, but what happens when we're down to a 4th health? What happens when the enemy's down to a 4th health? And this changes the battle. On the front end of the battle, and this was the thing that I perhaps liked the most, is that there are different role-playing ways to approaching encounters before they're just straight rolling to see if I hit starts. And so the best example is the battle that happens in the prelude, where you can choose to either as soon as arrows start flying, are you standing and fight? Are you trying to outrun them? Are you trying to outmaneuver them? Once you get to a safe point, are you standing with the town guards, or are you just trying to get through the gates and let them deal with it? These are different aspects of the fight itself that take place outside of you just rolling to see if you hit, that really splinters this battle off into multiple directions that I really, really liked. The complaints I have about the book are actually not very many at all. The book itself is really nicely printed. It's going to be hard to see in here, but the page designs, the look of the illustrations are just seen throughout the book, that are all really good and really in tune with what's happening in the book. The one thing, and I started this game twice, and I did this both times, and this is just a minor annoyance, but enough of one that it happened to me twice. There are some formatting issues that ended up confusing me. The start of chapter 2, when you flip the page, you've read the whole thing, and it looks like that the new section happens here, and I was like, where's it go? Oh, the instructions are in that tiny corner. This is just a formatting thing that that is fairly easy to fix, and it happens a few times in the book. That is just something to watch out for while you're playing it, because it doesn't unless you start getting frustrated and you can't find the instructions on what to do, this is really not something that's going to affect either your enjoyment of the story or your play of the story. The ultimate strength of these sorts of adventures, and this one in particular, is that you can approach it on both of those levels as a cool story of what's going to happen and as something to beat. This one leans heavy into the character and story aspect, which is something that I really enjoyed. So if this is a genre that you do like and you are looking for something that has some good characters, the good skill system, with a lot of different options as a scene progresses, this was going to be a good one for you. As a reminder, all links to find this are going to be below in the description, as well as the links to everythingboardgames.com. That's where you're going to find a lot of reviews, news, spotlights of different games. Really great stuff there. As well as, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do hit that like button and the subscribe button. We really do appreciate it. And we will catch you next time. Take care.